All right, good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of the panel of utility commissioners and the staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, held today, Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. via remote teleconference. My name is Interim Chairman Tom Wheel, and I'm joined today by my colleagues, Vice Chairman David Arconti and Commissioner Michael Karen. On today's agenda, we have the regular calendar and the consent calendar. So we'll turn to the regular calendar first, where we have two items. First, docket number 250205, application of Crown Castle Fiber LLC for approval of a construction plan to install wireless facilities within certain public rights of way. So we'll turn to authority staff to present the decision for the panel's consideration.
Good morning, Chairman Wheel, Vice Chairman Arconti, and Commissioner Karen. On February 3rd, 2025, Crown Castle Fiber LLC, known as Crown Castle or the company, submitted an application to the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, aka PURA or the authority, requesting approval of its construction plan to install a small cell wireless telecommunications facility identified as BGT ERWP 033CT, or simply the facility, on a utility pole within the public right-of-way. Specifically, the company requested approval to construct and attach the facility to utility pole number 10189 in the right-of-way adjacent to 776 Ryan Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Construction of the proposed facility is opposed by Mr. Orlando Jean-Francois, the owner of 776 Ryan Street. An application to install a small cell facility must include 1. The facility's specific location, 2. A detailed description of the facility, 3. The facility's purpose, intended use, and need, and 4. Specifications, plans, and procedures to protect the public during construction, operation, and maintenance of the facility. The company's application satisfied these threshold requirements. The authority has exclusive jurisdiction over the placement of small cell facilities on utility poles located in the public rights of way per General Statutes Section 16-234, subparagraph F, and past authority decisions. The authority may authorize the installation over an adjoining property owner's objection if the authority finds the public interest, convenience, and necessity so require. However, the authority's regulatory power is constrained by federal law, which preempts states from regulating the placement, construction, and modification of personal wireless service facilities on the basis of environmental effects of radio frequency emissions to the extent that such facilities comply with the Federal Communication Commission's regulations concerning such emissions. 46 United States Code, Section 332, C7B4. Mr. Jean-Francois' objection to Crown Castle's application is based on 1. Concerns about public and personal health from long-term exposure to 5G radio frequency emissions, and 2. Concerns that alternative sites or alternative types of facilities were not appropriately considered by Crown Castle in this instance. Through its application and subsequent submissions, including over the course of 3 in-person and 1 remote hearing sessions, the company submitted evidence that the radio frequency emissions for the proposed facility will be below the limits prescribed by the FCC. Similarly, the evidentiary record confirms that the company considered appropriate alternatives before proposing the specific facility and location set forth in its application. With respect to the public interests, convenience, and necessity, the company presented evidence that the installation of the facility will improve the availability and reliability of advanced wireless voice and data services, including access to emergency services, to an area identified as currently having insufficient capacity. In summary, the authority finds that the company submitted a complete application in compliance with PURA decisions and applicable guidelines. The company has demonstrated that 1. The radio frequency emissions from the facility will comply with the applicable FCC regulations, and that 2. The selection of pole number 10189 was reasonable and prudent. Consequently, the authority finds that public convenience and necessity permits the authority to approve construction of the facility in accordance with General Statutes Section 16-234, subparagraph F, notwithstanding the adjoining property owner's objection, and subject to the orders that are set forth in the decision. I respectfully recommend adoption of the decision. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Attorney Bowman. Great job. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move adoption.
Mr. Chairman, I would second.
Regularly moved and seconded. Are there any comments? All right, hearing none, Mr. Bumpin, could you please take the roll?
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Arconti,
Yes.
Chairman Wheel,
Yes. All right. Next, we're going to move to docket number 250501, which is annual review of affordability programs and offerings. Could authority staff please present the decision for the panel's presentation?
Good morning, Chairman Wheel, Vice Chairman Arconti, and Commissioner Karen. In this decision, the authority approves with modifications the 2025 to 2026 Joint Energy Affordability Assistance and Arrears Management Plan submitted by the Connecticut Light and Power Company doing business as Eversource Energy, Yankee Gas Services Company doing business as Eversource Energy, the United Illuminating Company, Connecticut Natural Gas Corporation, and the Southern Connecticut Gas Company. Annually, the authority conducts a review proceeding to examine energy affordability matters of electric and gas utility customers in Connecticut, which includes a review of the company's energy affordability assistance and arrears management plan, among other energy affordability offerings and programs. Today's decision marks the conclusion of this year's review. This decision makes modification to the gas and electric energy arrearage forgiveness programs to help customers successfully pay down arrearages while balancing the cost impact to all ratepayers. First, the authority approves auto-enrolling customers onto the Matching Payment Program, or MPP, twice during the winter statutory protection period to be completed once by December 1st and again by February 1st. The authority also finds the United Illuminating Company, Connecticut Natural Gas Corporation, and the Southern Connecticut Gas Company's policy regarding auto-enrolling customers onto MPP when each customer receives a Connecticut Energy Assistance Program or CEAP award to be appropriate, and as such directs the Connecticut Light and Power Company and Yankee Gas Services Company to submit a proposal to update their IT systems to auto-enroll MPP eligible customers when the customer receives a CEAP award. Further, the authority finds it necessary for the companies to utilize the same re-enrollment policy, i.e., unlimited MPP re-enrollment after successful completion within a 12-month period, in order to best assist the authority and stakeholders in assessing MPP policy impacts in the future. The authority also approves Connecticut Natural Gas Corporation and the Southern Connecticut Gas Company's proposal to cease offering a $50 below budget payment to eligible customers once the company's low-income discount rate offering is implemented. The authority declines in this decision to approve certain proposed modification to electric and gas flexible payment arrangements, including the proposal to require all non-hardship customers to pay 20% of their arrearage in order to re-enroll on a payment arrangement after the customer's first broken arrangement. Instead, the authority will evaluate in next year's annual energy affordability review proceeding methodology for determining the down payment levels hardship and non-hardship customers can pay at different household income levels and arrearages levels, and the impact of those down payment levels on the customer's arrearage. Staff recommend approval of the decision in docket number 250501. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Keenan. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, move adoption.
And second?
Regularly moved and seconded. Are there any comments? I do have one comment. I issued correspondence in this docket on October 21st, which was yesterday, explaining that I have recused myself due to my involvement in this docket in my former role at the Office of Consumer Counsel. And for that reason, I will abstain from today's vote. Mr. Bumpin, could you please take the roll?
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Arconti.
Yes.
Thank you. So that decision is adopted. And we'll now move to the consent calendar, where we have 10 items. Is there a motion for the consent calendar?
Yes, and by the way, welcome Chairman Wheel to the authority, and glad to have you aboard. And with that, I would move today's consent calendar items 1 through 10.
And I will second.
Thank you. Without the consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded, Mr. Bumpin, could you please take the roll?
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Arconti,
Yes.
Chairman Weil,
Abstain. Sorry. Yes. I meant to abstain to the to the previous agenda item. So my vote on that is yes, and the consent calendar has been adopted in full. And that concludes today's agenda. We will adjourn and we'll reconvene. We're actually canceling next week's regular meeting on Wednesday, the 29th, and we'll be reconvening next Tuesday, October 28th at 10 a.m. for our next regular meeting. So